Going on like the week we got to another Marvel TV talk, and I think this is episode 22, part two, or 23, part two. I'm not sure. I'll be forgetting these numbers sometimes, but this is like Agents of Shield season 5, episode 16. This was just okay. A few things happened this episode. For one, we have some people are like starting to question the leadership of Daisy, and like does she really have it in her to be a leader because she's made mistakes, and which Fist brought up last episode. She's turned on the team before, and like her whole thing is like, yo, Fist is not coming out. But I wonder if Fist would have did that to somebody else, would she have, would it be different? You know, that's kind of my whole thing. And like even Jebba was like, yo, I need to talk to you about Fitchy. Like we can't talk about that right now. And at that point, you knew Jebba was like, you know what, I have all the faith in the world, and I trust my husband, so I'm going to break him out. You knew at that moment she was breaking him out. Then Daisy goes to get Robin, so see, can Robin bring, you know what I'm saying, think back into the fray. And I knew it was going to be a moment with her and May, and I knew May was going to be the reason that she turned around and started back talking and stuff, because she's like, your mommy. I'm like, oh, holy fuck. Like that's kind but I'm watching. I'm like, they kind of got to be sad for her mother to think like, shit. This is bad. This like, she called somebody else mother, and she hasn't talked to me in weeks or John in weeks. But when she see May, everything else seems to change. No, mother seems to understand though. Like, yo, because she said that I'm not in any other picture. But another storyline that's going on, not Cole and breaking out Coulson. That's one thing, and we see that the gravitonium actually is a living thing. And I think it takes, whenever it takes a person in, it takes back the memories from that person. And since Cole was able to break free of it, and they was able to get Cole away from it, he was able to still remember some of the memories of the people who have been trapped into the gravitonium. But my biggest thing though, I think probably my biggest thing was fuck. If okay, yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna get to it. Give me just a sec. What when they got uh, Mac to, they tricked Mac, yeah, and Jabba had the 4 bottles of water. I mean 4 glasses of water. I thought they were all water until they got him out, and which was caught me off guard. I knew they were gonna get him out like that, get Fist out that way, but I thought, like I said, I thought it was all water. Then she poured it out. I'm like, holy fuck, you really just put your life on the line. What if this theory? If this theory would have been right, you'd have been dead. But this is what brings me back to the theory. If they're able to change things, then that could possibly mean they could still die. You see what I'm saying? If they change things and they're able to die, I mean, if because they're doing everything based on the fact that, hey, we get out of this. No, the world is still destroyed. Y'all basing everything off the fact that, yeah, the world still ends. That's the only thing. If the world doesn't end, that doesn't mean you guys make it. If you stop the world from ending, that means you possibly stop yourself from living. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like a, you can do one thing and save the world, or you can just keep it. You know how far you make it in the world. You know, it's just strange. Uh, and pretty much everybody, almost everybody at this point know that Deke's their grandson. And another thing uh, uh, I was wondering about, not just necessarily Cole, because we know that Ruby wants to kill Cole because she wants to be the destroyer of our world. And her whole mission was like, yo, she sent her mother in the hell, sent her to go kill old boy in Colson. It's like, kill him, but like, I'm kind of confused on that, because is she going to allow Ruby to go ahead and go through the process? Because that was a pretty good fight. That was a pretty damn good fight. I'm not gonna lie. Her Ruby versus I think his name was, I'm pretty sure his name is Cole. Ruby versus Cole was a damn good fight. And you see that Ruby's like, she said she's been training her whole life for this moment. But we know Daisy's end up doing it. And another thing is that they know the future, so they're trying to prevent everything. But at the same time, I feel like Yo-Yo is kind of like the problem. Yo-Yo should have been opened up her mouth like, yo, Coasting, if she would have told people that Coasting was dying earlier, I feel like a lot of different things would have came out earlier and people could have started preparing for it quicker. It's it's confusing. It was a good episode though. It's confusing as shit to me sometimes 'cause I don't even know exactly what the gravitonium does. It's just certain elements of it. I'm just like, it's kind of, to me, the plot is not too complicated, but complicated. You know, I kind of wish it was that simplified. I might need just, oh, maybe I'm just slow. I might just need motherfucking bullet points when I'm watching the damn thing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You guys let me know what you thought down in the comments. And if you have a fucking outline, put it down in the comments. Let me make sure I know what the fuck is going on. People, just look out for your boy. Look out for your boy.